So I was in superego for about from 3:45 to 4:30. I was in superego. And by that I mean I was hyperventilating while doing my job.
Well, do you do that thing where you just rile yourself up and it just intensifies on its own? Because I'll start off mad and then it'll get worse the longer I stay mad.
Yeah, well, of course.
Okay.
But what happened with me was that I started off just getting uncomfortable because like there were so many parts and everything was so disorganized. So I started freaking out. I think disorganization might trigger SI inferior.
You can't be confronted. I've said this.
What do you
Put on
mean?
the spot, you can't do anything. I told you, put on the spot.
Well, you can't. That happens. I'm not gonna. You can't just be like, Ellie,
yeah.
I told you not to be put on the spot. You can't handle it. I told you not to.
Told you.
It happens.
So get out of the spot.
I can't get out of the spot. They left me in the room with 6 parts, and one of the parts was a 25 part. So I had to cut up an 8-part shot and put it into a 25-part bag while 5 other parts were coming down. And it was just me. And the little compartment for doing that was really tiny. So I was just like, and it got backed up because when you have 6 parts, you can't go to check the line. So it got backed up without me knowing twice. So I was just sitting there with like a bunch of uncut shots just hanging around, and I was like, fuck, I gotta get this done before time's up. And then it just was like disorganized as shit. And then I started like trying to move fast, and I started hyperventilating, and I was like hyperventilating for about like 35 minutes. And then like my vision started to enhance. You know how like I think you're the same way. You said that you're not here most of the time.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, intuitives see themselves in the third person. But when I go into panic mode, I suddenly become first person. And when I was in that state, like I noticed while in superego, the colors enhanced. I could see a lot better. And not only could I see a lot better, it's like the frames per second also increased, like my general vision.
Your testosterone. So that was your hormones
Mm-hmm.
putting like you in the zone.
Yeah.
That was your testosterone synergizing with what little testosterone you had was synergizing with your cortisol. And trying to create focus.
Yeah.
But seeing that you have SC demon and that you're a girl, that's not gonna last long. That's not a good strategy.
It wasn't a strategy. It was just me being put on the spot.
It's not good for you.
And
what did you learn now?
I learned. What did I learn?
What did you learn being a superego? Because I see how that could have been avoided. I don't understand why you cared more.
How could it have been avoided?
Why did you care more about their factory than they did?
Because
like, why are you trying to do this job that's literally impossible? Because ENTPs like you are easily obligated. I'm obligated sometimes, but apparently it's way worse.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares?
Yeah.
It's not you're getting paid either way.
I guess I doubt my competence and my flexibility. So I was like, I could see my hands a lot better. Like there was more tint in my hands and stuff. And also when I moved my hands, it was like really like smooth. It was like a 60 frames per second video or whatever. And I was like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on? Like
it's not like that for me. You said I'm like I'm not here, but I can turn it on and pay attention to what's in front of me anytime I want.
Yeah, no. Whenever,
Not you, though.
Yeah, everything that I see is kind of like out of focus, even just normally.
Yeah.
It's so weird to think about, because after being in superego, I would figure that's probably how sensors feel all the time.
And that's how I am with my inner health. That's why I have such a high pain tolerance. I don't pay attention to it.
Mm.
I think about that, but for you, it's the outside world. It's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now, SI Demon's awful, but I don't want SC Demon either.
SC Demon is pretty fucking
Can't do
awful.
anything.
I can, dude. The thing about it is, I mean, this also, like, I was thinking about this today. One of the most famous Marines, David Goggins, who's known for like just his incredible feats and pain tolerance and his world records and shit like that. He's an ENTP, and he just blasts through shit. Like, he breaks records,
So
physical
is Wes
records.
Watson, and he fucking outdoes everyone in the gym.
Yeah.
He's a model, and I'm pretty sure he's an ENTP.
Yeah, and what's his name? That ENFP fighter, MMA fighter. Oh, I forget his name. You know who I'm talking about.
But it's not a limiting factor. Here's the thing about unconscious functions like your SE is that it's not like you don't have it or it's less strong. It's just that you have no control over it.
Yeah.
So making a system in which you can use something that you have no control over, you could probably end up being in a situation like that. Like an MMA fighter, maybe he has a problem.
Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
He's an ENFP.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like someone who has his temper under control, but it wins him fights. And guess what actually gets him the money, though? It's not winning the fights.
It's the shit
necessarily. It's
talking.
the shit talking. It's the sport. He creates the sport. Wes Watson got through prison not by just being the toughest guy, because he emphasizes personal responsibility, and that made him into a leader. So he got by having respect and being very punctual with everything he did. So people couldn't help but respect him in prison, because he would always wake up at the same time, get his laundry done, accommodate for everyone else. At the same time, he wouldn't take shit from anyone.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a different approach. ENTPs need to talk their way through things.
Yeah, just negotiate with everybody.
You need to talk your way out of stuff. But that situation you're in, it's a weakness that you have, because you're easily obligated. I don't understand why you cared.
Well, also, shit, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. I actually feel kind of proud of myself, because I was hyperventilating for like 35 minutes, and I was passing out, and I was still, like, doing my job.
It didn't kill you, so I'm not saying what happened was a bad thing.
Yeah.
Great teacher. When you go through a lot of pain, you can always look forward to, wow, I'm going to be learning a lot right now.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to learn a shit ton about myself. And you did.
Yeah.
So maybe it's great that it happened, but not great that it happened.
Well, yeah. I mean, it might be a good thing overall,
Well,
because...
it's a safe place to get mad.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, it was funny. I felt myself transition into unconscious before going superego as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean by, like, you just rile yourself up and you start off mad, and then you just get, it intensifies.
Yeah,
as the problem remains unsolved and getting worse.
Yeah, you stay in your shadow for a little bit, and then if it just keeps triggering your, I would imagine it's your SE inferior being triggered for you. You slowly start to realize it's not being protected, so you...
Yep. And I would stay in shadow for most of the day, and then superego at the end of it.
Yeah.
Felt good as fuck, too, after I did that. Oh,
So-
I felt great.
So ISFJ superego.
Yeah, I went around and I made everyone confess how they wronged me before I door slammed them.
Damn, you...
And that's it. And I told the boss to his face that he was incompetent, lazy, and that this other guy would have done a better job in his place. And then he told his boss on me, in which I proceeded to tell that guy the same exact thing.
Oh my god.
And I was right. Fuck that dude. I was right. That company was lucky to have me. Here's what happens when you don't give a fuck about what people offer you. You're not afraid to stand up for yourself. They can take anything they want. They can take it. They can try to take it. The pain will be welcomed. Give me the pain. Maybe I'll need it.
Yeah.
So, getting fired, whatever. Might be a good experience to get fired. Might be an experience you need to get fired.
It doesn't look good on my resume.
So, fuck the resume. Seriously.
I mean,
Fuck credit scores. Fuck all that stuff.
I guess. Yeah, I guess I see what you mean. There are worse people with worse resumes that still get jobs.
I'm starting to figure out a lot of these systems in place that you don't need to put all your trust into. It's horseshit.
Yeah.
You can get by without it.